Welcome back students. Motion chapter session 2. So in the previous class we studied about the basic things about the motion chapter. So we studied about the rest and motion, we studied about the speed and velocity, distance and displacement and their differences, uniform motion, non-uniform motion, uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration, what do you mean by acceleration, positive acceleration, zero acceleration, negative acceleration. These all basic things about the motion chapter we have learnt in the previous class. So today we are studying about the graphical representation of motion. What do you mean by graphical representation of motion? Graphical representation of motion means it is a pictorial representation between two sets of data. Okay, so graphical representation will give you the systematic idea about the events. For example, a cricket match, we come to know the run rate in the cricket match through the graphs. This is one example for the graphical representation of motion. So today we are going to study about distance time graph. So what do you mean by distance time graph? Distance time graph means here the body is covering equal distance in equal interval of time, or the body changes its position with respect to time. We take in the form of distance time graph. So there are three types of distance time graph. That is uniform motion. So this is a uniform motion. Here the body is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. So for example, here the time is 1 second. Here the distance is 1 meter. So the body is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. So this is a 2 second. This is a 2 meter in the 2 seconds. Here 3 meter in the 3 seconds. So the body is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. We say the graph is in uniform motion. So we can say the uniform motion graph. So distance time graph for uniform motion. So here is one more non-uniform motion. Here the body is covering unequal distance in equal interval of time. So here the body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. There is a change in the covering distance. Okay, so the body is covering unequal distance in equal interval of time. So we call this graph as a non-uniform motion. Okay, so the last one you can see, that is the straight line where the object is at rest. Okay, so the object is at rest. So the graph comes in this form. That is the distance is at rest, or the object is at rest. Okay, the line will be parallel to the time x-axis. So this we can say the object is at rest. So we came across the three different types of distance time graph. That is uniform motion graph, then non-uniform motion graph, and the object is at rest. So these are the different types of the distance time graph. Now we are coming across the velocity time graph. So we are coming across the velocity time graph. Here we have the three different types of velocity time graph. The first one you can see, it is same like a uniform acceleration. What do you mean by uniform acceleration? The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is same. So we can say it is a uniform acceleration. So we can see here the rate of change of velocity of the body with respect to time is same. So we can say the velocity time graph for uniform acceleration is this. Okay, so the rate of change of velocity of the body is same with respect to time. So we say uniform acceleration. Here the non-uniform acceleration, the rate of change of velocity is not same with respect to time, we call non-uniform acceleration. Okay, so the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is not same, so we call non-uniform acceleration. Here the body is moving with constant velocity, so we call it is constant velocity graph. We can say it is a constant velocity graph. So three different types of velocity time graph we have come across. What do you mean by velocity time graph? Velocity time graph means here the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is nothing but velocity time graph. We have three different types of velocity time graph. That is, the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is same, and we say it is equal. We can say it is a uniform acceleration. And then the rate of change of velocity of the body is not same with respect to time, so we say non-uniform acceleration. And the body is moving with a constant velocity. For example, the body is moving with 40 meter per second, continuously it is moving, so we say this is nothing but a constant velocity graph. Okay, so we have come across the three different types of velocity time graph, that is uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration, and the last is constant velocity graph. So these are the three different types of velocity time graph. Okay, so we have studied about the distance time graph, we have studied about the velocity time graph. So these are the three different types of velocity time graph. So one more is there, that is nothing but about the retardation. So you can see the velocity time graph here. The flowing of the rate in the change in the velocity, decreasing in the rate of the change of the velocity, so we can say it is a retardation. So what do you mean by retardation? Retardation means the negative acceleration is called retardation. The negative acceleration is called retardation. So the rate of change of velocity is decreasing, okay, with respect to time, we say retardation. Negative acceleration is called retardation. So we came across four types of velocity time graph, that is uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration, then the object is at when the body is moving with constant velocity, and the fourth one is retardation. So this were about the velocity time graph. Okay, so now we will go for the equation of motion. So equation of motion. What do you mean by equation of motion? Whenever the object is moving with a uniform acceleration, there is a possibility to relate between the velocity and time and distance. So we call this set of equation as the equation of motion. Now we can see here for first derivation is nothing but v is equals to u plus at. So what is this v is equals to u plus at? It is the velocity time graph. We are going to derive the velocity time graph. V is equals to u plus at. So you can see the graph here. Here starting with the body is moving from the O position to the A. Here at A the body accelerates with uniform acceleration, it moves and end at B. So uniform acceleration, the body starts to move with a uniform acceleration and ends at B. So here we can say this slope line is nothing but a small a, or we can say it is an acceleration. Okay, so AB is nothing but an acceleration line or slope line. Okay, so we are going to derive A. So this is the graph. This is the graph which is going to derive the v is equals to u plus at. We know that small v means final velocity, u means initial velocity, a means acceleration, t means time taken. Now from the graph we can come to know that OA is nothing but initial velocity. So I am going to write OA is equals to initial velocity. Opposite to OA, CD is there. So nothing but that is also initial velocity. Now OE is the final velocity. And BC is final velocity, because both are opposite to each other. Both are opposite to each other. So we came to know OA is initial velocity is equal to CD is also initial velocity. So I am going to write here initial velocity. So we came to know initial velocity, we came to know final velocity. We come to know now OC, which is the x-axis, that is nothing but the time taken. Okay, so there the graph AB is covered under the time OC. So we are going to write here OC is equals to T is equals to AD, which is parallel to OC is parallel to AD. So these two are nothing but the time taken. And also we are going to write AB is equals to A, small a, that is nothing but acceleration. Okay, so what are the given things we came to know now? OA is equals to U, that is nothing but initial velocity, which is opposite to CD, that is also U. So OA and CD are nothing but initial velocity. OE and BC are final velocity. OC and AD are time taken. And AB is nothing but a slope line, which is nothing but an acceleration. So we are going to find now acceleration. So from the graph, so these are the things given from the graph. Now from the graph, this is the ABA, acceleration. So we are going to find the A is equals to BD by T. So what do you mean by A is equals to BD by T? The BD is nothing but height and T is nothing but the base. Here A is equals to BD by T. So we can write BD is nothing but BC minus CD divided by AD. So from the graph we are going to write BD is nothing but BC minus CD. So what is BC? Final velocity. So I am going to write V minus CD. What is CD? Initial velocity. V minus U. What is AD? Time taken. So I am going to write time taken here. Okay. So here it is nothing but A. When I cross multiply these two, I am going to get AT is equals to V minus U. And when we take minus U this side, finally we are going to get V is equals to U plus AT. So this is the first derivation of equation. Okay, for velocity time graph we had derived. Very simple things, the given things you have to write, and then from the graph what we came to know, A is equals to BD by T. BD is nothing but the height, T is nothing but the time taken, and instead of writing BD I am going to write BC minus CD. I am going to write BC minus CD, and AT is nothing but AD. So I am substituting the values. Okay, so I am substituting, and BC is nothing but V, CD is nothing but U, AD is nothing but time taken. So A is equals to V minus U by T. When I cross multiply, I will get AT is equals to V minus U. That is nothing but U plus AT is equals to V. V is equals to U plus AT. So we have derived the first equation of motion, that is V is equals to U plus AT. Velocity time graph relation by graphical method we have derived. So this was a simple derivation. Very easily we can derive it. V is equals to U plus AT. Velocity time graph by graphical method. Yes, this was the first derivation of equation, that is v is equals to u plus at. Now we are going to derive second equation of motion, that is s is equals to ut plus half at square. That is nothing but position time relation graph by graphical method. Position time relation by graphical method we are going to derive now, that is second equation of motion. So now we are going to derive now second derivation of equation, that is s is equals to ut plus half at square. Now the same graph is there for the second derivation of equation also. So we are going to write the given things, that is OA is nothing but from the graph OA is equals to CD is equals to U. Okay, so OA is equals to CD is equals to U. That is nothing but initial velocity. Then from the graph initial velocity, OA is equals to CD is equals to initial velocity. Then OE is equals to BC is nothing but final velocity. So OE is equals to BC is equals to V, that is nothing but final velocity. That is nothing but final velocity. So from the graph again, OC is nothing but time taken. Opposite to this AD, that is also the time taken. So I am going to write OC is equals to AD is equals to time t. And from the graph, AB is nothing but the acceleration. So AB is equals to A acceleration. We come to know. Now we can come to know that. Now we will come to know the distance under the graph AB. We are going to calculate now. So S is equals to area under the slope AB. Area under the slope AB. Area under the slope AB. So S is equals to area under the slope AB. So it is nothing but we can see one trapezium. OA BC is one trapezium. So S is equals to area of trapezium. Area of trapezium OA BC. Now S is equals to area of trapezium OABC. So OABC is nothing but a trapezium. Now we know that area of trapezium, here you can see one triangle, one rectangle. So I am going to write S is equals to area of triangle plus area of rectangle. So I am going to write area of triangle plus area of rectangle. Now area of triangle, what is the formula we know? Half into base into height plus. What is the formula for area of rectangle? So area of rectangle, here you can see a triangle ABD and rectangle OADC. I repeat, ABD is a triangle, OADC is the rectangle. So I have added S is equals to area of triangle ABD and area of rectangle OADC. So half into base into height and then area of rectangle OADC. So what is the length and what is the breadth here? Here is nothing but L into B. So this is the formula for area of triangle, area of rectangle. So from the graph, what is the, in this triangle ABD, which is the base and which is the height? So AD is the base and BD is the height. So I am going to write here. So half into, what is base? AD. AD into, what is height? BD. What is height? BD. Okay. So now plus, what, from this rectangle OADC, what is the length? OC. Okay. So I am going to take length OC into breadth OA. Okay. So length into breadth. Okay. So I have taken the, from the graph I have taken the base, height, length, breadth. Okay. So now I am going to substitute these values in this. Okay. So I am going to substitute these values in this. So AD is nothing but T. So T into, what is BD? So in the last equation of motion, we have written BD is nothing but BC minus CD plus, what do you mean by OC? OC is nothing but T. And what is nothing but OA? What is nothing but OC? Time taken. And what is OA? OA is nothing but U. So we come to know what do you mean by BC? BC half into T into bracket. What is BC? BC is V. And what is CD? CD is nothing but U. So V minus U plus T into U. Okay. Now we know that V minus U is equals to AT from derivation first. Okay. So V minus U is equals to AT from 1. So V minus U is equals to AT is equals, V minus U is equals to AT from 1. Pause for this. Okay, a half into T into AT plus UT. We can write T into U as UT. So now AT into T, AT square plus UT. S is equals to UT plus half AT square. So this is nothing but the second derivation of equation, that is nothing but position time relation by graphical method we had derived. What we have done first, we have drawn the graph. You can see the graph. OA is the initial velocity, u meter per second, and then the body starts to move with a uniform acceleration AB, and then BC is nothing but final velocity. OE is nothing but BC is equals to final velocity. OA, U initial velocity, CD initial velocity, OC time taken, AD time taken. Okay, so from the graph OA is equals to CD is equals to U, that is nothing but initial velocity. OE is equals to BC is equals to V, that is nothing but final velocity. OC is equals to AD is equals to T, that is nothing but time taken. AB is the slope line, that is nothing but acceleration. So we come to know the area under the slope AB. S is equals to area under the graph AB. Okay, so S is equals to area under the slope AB. S is equals to area of trapezium OABC. Under this slope, you can see one trapezium. Okay, so this is nothing but the trapezium. Okay, so OABC is nothing but trapezium. So S is equals to area of trapezium OABC. Now we can see one triangle, one rectangle. S is equals to area of triangle plus area of rectangle. Which is the triangle here? ABD. So area of triangle ABD. Okay, and area of rectangle OADC. Area of rectangle OADC. So you can see here S is equals to area of triangle ABD plus area of rectangle OADC from the graph. So area of triangle ABD, we know the formula, half into base into height. So and area of rectangle triangle, area of rectangle, it is length into breadth. So half into base into height. So half into base. What is the base in the triangle? AD is the base. What is the BD? BD is nothing but here the height. Okay, you can see the height here. That is nothing but BD. I have written here What is the length in the rectangle? OC I have taken. What is the breadth in the rectangle? OA I have taken. So half into, I am going to substitute these values. So AD is nothing but T and BD is nothing but BC minus CD. Okay, this BD I have written BC minus CD. Okay, so plus OC into OA. What is OC here? It is the length. Okay, so length I have written OC and that is nothing but value of OC is T and OA is the breadth. So value of OA is U. So S is equals to half into T into BC minus CD is nothing but V minus U. I have written V minus U here plus T into U. T into U as it is, and then from the equation 1 V minus U is equals to AT. V minus U is equals to AT from equation 1. Then I am going to substitute in the V minus U. Okay, so half into T into AT. Instead of writing V minus U, I am going to write AT and then UT. S is equals to half into, multiply these two, we are going to get AT square. Then UT as it is. Finally, we will get S is equals to UT plus half AT square. That is the position time relation by graphical method. This is the second derivation of equation we have derived. Okay, so the graph is common for all the three derivations. Okay, so the graph is common for all the three derivations. These are the given things. Okay, and then finally we are going to get the distance or displacement. So hence we have derived the second derivation of equation, that is S is equals to UT plus half AT square. Okay, this was the second derivation of equation, that is S is equals to UT plus half AT square. Now we are going to derive the third equation of motion, that is V square minus U square is equals to 2AES, that is nothing but position velocity relation by graphical method. Okay, so this graph is common for all the three derivations. These given things are common for all the three derivations. So now there is a change, that is nothing but we are going to take now area of trapezium OABC. We are going to take the formula area of trapezium OABC, that is nothing but sum of parallel sides by 2 into base. So now this up to here we are going to take the common things. Now so third derivation of equation of motion, that is V square minus U square is equals to 2AS by graphical method. Now from the graph we can see the OC is nothing but time taken, OA is nothing but initial velocity, and then BC is nothing but final velocity. Okay, so OA is opposite to DC, that is nothing but initial velocity, we have written. OE is equals to BC, final velocity, we have written. Then OC is nothing but AD, time taken, we have written. AB is nothing but the slope line A, acceleration. S is equals to area under the slope AB. So this is the line, slope line A, and this is moving with uniform, the body is moving with uniform acceleration. We call this slope AB. Okay, so now S is equals to area of trapezium OABC. Under the slope AB, we can see area of trapezium OABC. So S is equals to area of trapezium OABC. So under the graph AB, we can see one trapezium, that is OABC is the trapezium we are going to get here. And then now from the graph, so area of trapezium OABC, S is equals to sum of parallel side by 2 into base. This is the formula for area of trapezium OABC. Okay, so now there you can see two parallel sides. Which are those? OA and CD or BC. Okay, OA and CD. This is one parallel side, this is one parallel side. Okay, so OA and BC are two parallel sides. So I am going to substitute here OA plus BC OA plus BC. I have substituted the two parallel sides OA plus BC by 2 into base. Okay, so I am going to take the base OC here. I am going to write OC here in the place of base. Now from the given things, what is OAU? What is BCV? What is OC? Time taken. Okay. So now S is equals to U plus V by 2 into T. Now we know that from derivation 1, equation of motion derivation 1, V is equals to U plus AT. Okay. So derivation 1. V is equals to U plus AT. Now if I take this U this side, it becomes V minus U, and this is nothing but AT. And this A I will cross multiply, and it becomes V minus U by A is equals to T. Now I got the value of T. I got the value of T from derivation 1. Okay. So V is equals to U plus AT. When I take U this side, V minus U is equals to AT. When I cross multiply, V minus U by A is equals to T. So I got the value of T now. I am going to substitute this value in this T. Okay. So what we are going to get now? S is equals to U plus V by 2 into V minus U by A. So we got S is equals to U plus V by 2 into V minus U by A. So can you see here U plus V and V minus U, that is nothing but A plus B, A minus B. Okay, A plus B, A minus B, and this is nothing but A square minus B square. So A plus B, A minus B, it is nothing but A square minus B square. Okay, so instead of writing U plus V into V minus U, I am going to write V square minus U square. So here we go. So here we go. Here V square minus U square divided by 2A. 2 into A is 2A. So here yes. So cross multiply 2AS is equals to V square minus U square. So I got the third derivation of equation, that is V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. So we have derived the third equation of motion, that is position velocity relation by graphical method. So firstly what we have done? We have drawn the graph. These are the given things for all the three derivations, and then S is equals to area under the slope AB, then area of trapezium OABC. So area of trapezium OABC formula, we can area of trapezium formula, sum of parallel sides by 2 into base. So in this trapezium OABC, OA is one parallel side, BC is one parallel side. Okay, so I have added OA plus BC by 2 into what is the base? OC. So formula we have seen, area of trapezium is nothing but sum of parallel sides by 2 into base. So sum of parallel side, OA is nothing but U, BC is nothing but V, and OC is nothing but time taken. So I have substituted there, and then S is equals to U plus V by 2 into T. Here from the V is equals to U plus AT. V is equals to U plus AT, derivation 1. V, when I take this U this side, it becomes V minus U is equals to AT. And then A, I will cross multiply, I will get the T value. T is equals to V minus U by A. I am going to substitute this T in this. Okay, I am going to substitute T value in this T. Okay, so S is equals to U plus V by 2 into V minus U by A. This is nothing but A plus B and A minus B. So that is nothing but V square minus U square. V square minus U square by 2A. S is equals to V square minus U square by 2A. When I cross multiply, I am going to get the third derivation of equation, that is V square minus U square is equals to 2AS by graphical method. So we have derived position velocity relation by graphical method. So these are the important about the position velocity relation by graphical method, that is nothing but V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. Okay, so this is the third derivation, and these all three are very important. V is equals to U plus AT, S is equals to UT plus RPT square, V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. This all the three equation of motions we have derived, and these all the three are very important to solve the problems. Based on these three equation of motion, we are going to solve many problems. So this is about the derivation, all the three derivations. Okay, now we came to know the three derivation of equation of motion. Okay, now we are going for the conversion. How to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second? So convert the kilometer per hour into meter per second. Before converting, we should know what do you mean by what is the value of 1 kilometer? That is 1000 meter. What is the value of 1 hour? 3600 seconds. I repeat, 3600 seconds. Okay, so I am going to cancel these two zeros and we get 5 by 18. So this fraction is going to help to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. How? I will show now. So here use first one, 72 kilometer per hour. Convert in meter per second. So 72 into 5 by 18. So 5 by 18. So 1 za 4 za. 4 5 za 20 meter per second is the answer. Okay. So I have converted 72 kilometer per hour into meter per second. 20 meter per second. So one more example. 54 kilometer per hour. I want to convert in meter per second. So 54 into 5 by 18. 18 1 za 3 za. So 15 meter per second. I have converted the kilometer per hour into meter per second. Kilometer per hour into meter per second I have converted. Okay. So 5 by 18 we have used the fraction. This fraction will help to convert to kilometer per hour into meter per second. So 72 kilometer per hour, 54 kilometer per hour. One more example. 108 kilometer per hour. Convert 108 kilometer per hour into meter per second. So 108 into 5 by 18. So 1 za 6 za 30 meter per second we got it. We got the answer 30 meter per second. So I have converted kilometer per hour into meter per second. So now we came to know kilometer per hour into meter per second. When meter per second to kilometer per hour, we are going to use the fraction that is nothing but 18 by 5. Okay, this 18 by 5 we are going to use to convert meter per second into kilometer per hour. The reciprocal of this fraction we are going to use to convert meter per second into kilometer per hour. And when we want to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we are going to use 5 by 18. Okay, so these are the conversions. So firstly I converted 72 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Second, I have converted 54 kilometer per hour into meter per second. 108 kilometer per hour into meter per second. So these I have converted kilometer per hour into meter per second. And when it is given in meter per second and I want to convert in kilometer per hour, I am going to use this fraction that is 18 by 5, that is reciprocal of 5 by 18. That is reciprocal of 5 by 18. Okay. So thank you. Yes, now we'll go with the uniform circular motion, the last bit of this chapter. So uniform circular motion. Circular motion means the body moving in a circular path, we call circular motion. Uniform means that it is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. So uniform circular motion. For example, the body is moving in a circular path covering equal distance in equal interval of time. It is accelerating, okay, continuously accelerating. Why it is accelerating? Because it is changing its direction continuously. Okay, so this is about the uniform circular motion. What is uniform circular motion? The body is moving in a circular path covering equal distance in equal interval of time. So we can say it is a uniform circular motion.